All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. We're ready to get this trivia segment on the road. So yeah, transition away. All right. Hello, everybody. Once again, I am CMM1215, one of the organizers for Speed Step for Charity. I am here to host a very, very fun gaming trivia segment with everybody. We greatly encourage chat to play along. Before we start, I'm just going to go over the rules very quickly so everyone knows how this is going to work. First off, our competitors will not be looking at chat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
So
all right. Bye, chat.
you're right.
don't even try to help them.
Okay.
We are going to be we have 20 questions. There's 15 normal questions, and then there's 5 follow-up questions. The questions are generally going to start easy and then get more difficult. But the follow-up questions are generally harder. So if we have a question and then we do a follow-up, that's probably going to be a harder question. Every question is worth 1 point. Of course, whoever has the most points at the end of this game will win. If you are able and willing to, we would love to get a little donation train going of the whatever the highest score is. So, for example, if we have the highest score of 12 points, then the donation train would be for $12 at the end. So, again, quickly, how this is going to work for our competitors. They have devices and or paper to write their answers down. Some answers are multiple choice, some are open response. And once they have locked in their answer, that they're sure that they're ready to go, they're going to give us a thumbs up on the camera. And I will then do a countdown once everyone is locked in, and everyone will show their answers at once. So there is no buzzer. Everyone gets to answer. All right. With that being said, our competitors, first off, we have Nate Biggs from Lead. Hello, Nate.
I'm back.
Nate's back. Second, we have Trainer Anade. Did I mess your name up?
No, you said it right.
Oh, cool. Hello, Trainer Anade.
Hello.
Trainer is one of our volunteers for SS4C. And then our third and final competitor is Paper Dawn. Hello, Paper Dawn. Paper Dawn is our staff artist and did the logo for this event that you've been seeing. And after
Very
we went
nice.
back and forth 20 million times and I drove him insane. So it was fun. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to get my answer key and info up here, and we're going to get this going. So, is everybody ready?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
Sure.
Well, you'll find out. All right. I think with that we're good to go. So I guess if you want to do the timer, Ness, I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everybody. We are ready to start finally. So, again, we are going to have 15 questions with some follow-up questions. Without further ado, and we do want you to play with us, chat. Without further ado, question number 1. The Pikmin series celebrated its 20th anniversary last year. In the Pikmin series, the titular creatures are plucked out of the ground and used to carry large objects and treasures, as well as battle against fierce wildlife. Which of the following Pikmin titles does not exist? A. Photos with Pikmin. B. Pikmin Dungeons. C. Hey Pikmin. Or D. Pikmin Bloom? And while you guys write your answers, I actually have to.
I like that you said that the easy ones would come first, but I'm
I
already
know.
second guessing myself.
They do come first. All right,
Oh,
I
no.
can see you guys now.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble, guys.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Yep.
Okay. I got thumbs up from 2. Nate, you got a thumbs up too?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
All
I'm
right,
just going to roll
so,
a D4 every question. Hope that
Oh,
it does
boy.
well by me.
Listen. Well, you can't see chat, so I'm going to tell you, Nate. Gooby says to never give up, trust your instincts.
Aw.
That's we'll be going by that here. All right. I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, and then you can show your answers. 3, 2, 1. Show me the money.
Hey!
And look at that. We actually got the first one right.
Well, we all agreed.
It does kind of sound sick.
Pikmin and
yes.
dragons.
Yes.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Photos with Pikmin is a thing. It is a special eShop download that we didn't get in the United States. They sold eShop cards with little AR cards with Pikmin on them, and you could take pictures with them on the 3DS. We only got the Mario version here, Photos with Mario. Japan got Pikmin and Animal Crossing because they're cooler than we are. Yeah. I'm personally a huge Pikmin Bloom fan. I like walking games, and it's much more easy to get into than Pokemon Go. So I would recommend it. Everyone check that out.
It's a real world game. All right.
Yeah. AR, the whole thing. You pick Pikmin out of the ground and grow them by walking them.
Okay, that
Which
sounds
is
adorable.
It is very adorable. Oh. I think you are muted, Richie. We're getting it going, guys.
It wouldn't be a real
Technical.
marathon
Okay,
without
am I
technical
audible
difficulties.
now? That's embarrassing.
It's okay.
Okay. Am I good now?
Okay, cool. All right. Paper Dawn is good now. Hello again, Paper Dawn.
Hi.
They were saying that if Pikmin Dungeons was a thing, they'd probably have heard of it. And yeah, we probably all would have.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along. Everyone has a point on the board. I'm going to note that real quick. Actually, Ness, do you happen to have a scoreboard going on or no? Because it's fine if you don't. Let me get this real quick.
I can keep an unbiased score. I don't mind.
I don't know if I trust you with that one. No. I have it here now too. Okay. Question number 2. In 1997, Star Fox 64 was released for the Nintendo 64. It became a popular title on the system and is still probably the most beloved entry in the entire series. It features support for a special accessory that was packed in with the game. What is the name of the accessory that it was bundled with?
Man, we'll see if my memory's good, but I'm pretty sure I'm all right on this one.
All right.
I wish I had my advertising VHS that went along with this.
I
Now,
know.
that I could show. It's in the other room.
All right.
Like the other answers also feel believable though, and so I'm like questioning my memory. Like,
That's what we want. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted you to second guess yourself.
How insidious.
Okay. Now that I have my windows in alignment, if you thumbs up, please thumbs up again.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Everyone thumbs up. Cool. All right. 3, 2, 1. Show me the money. All B. All
B.
correct.
Yeah.
All right.
The Rumble Pack.
So yeah, it is the Rumble Pack. The best Rumble in the game is when you blow up the depot on Macbeth. It's very powerful.
Yeah, when
Uh,
you die in that game, it like hurts your hand. The rumble
Yeah,
pack.
it
It's,
does.
it's,
It's like,
it's intense. Yeah.
There was a
Oh,
They weren't messing
time.
around with that thing.
Everyone who knows me knows that I actually strongly prefer the Super Nintendo version of that game.
Somehow.
Has an amazing soundtrack. Just saying, you should definitely play it.
You should play Star Fox 64 first, but you can get the Super Nintendo one after.
I'm one of those weirdos who likes the first one.
That's okay.
All right, we got a follow-up question. Oops, wrong button.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I guess that
Whoa.
slide just deleted itself. We have a follow-up question.
Oh no.
This is not a multiple choice question.
Okay.
Star Fox 64 was far from the only Nintendo 64 game to come packaged with an accessory. Hey You Pikachu also came bundled with some extras, but this time they're actually required to play. It included a microphone, a clip for that microphone to attach to the controller, and a certain box that interfaced from the microphone to the console. So you plug the microphone into the box into the system. It converted the player's speech into a form understood by the game, allegedly. Because anyone who's played Hey You Pikachu probably knows that the voice recognition isn't great. So that box accessory specifically, though, what is the full name of that accessory?
Stump me on this one.
Nate has given me the thumbs up. Guesses are okay too.
They better be.
I was gonna say they have to be.
I mean, they have to be. Yeah.
So I don't
I
know
want-
this one.
Think deep within the
Sure.
recesses of your mind.
I want points for style on what I've done.
Partial credit may be awarded.
Eraser on this thing's awful.
Yeah, we're really high tech and using
I have
a tablet
I have an answer.
Same.
I sure do.
All right, everybody has an answer.
Yeah.
That in that case, 3, 2, 1. Show me the money. Let's see here. Lol IDK, microphone converter, voice transfer pack. Unfortunately, you're all wrong, but Richie was the closest.
What is-
Sorry, Paper Dawn was the
That's-
closest. I'm gonna keep.
That's
doing
fine. That's fine.
that. Richie and I were coworkers, so it's
That's like literally where my brain was going. I was like, I swear to God, we had that in our like POS at that game store.
yeah, yeah. So the answer is actually the Nintendo 64 VRU, aka voice recognition unit. So very close. So
very
some
fancy,
fun fact,
Nintendo. Very fancy.
very fun fact about this actually is it was an urban legend in Hey You Pikachu that if you said Sony or PlayStation into the mic, that Pikachu would get angry. But that is not actually the case. If you call it an electric rat, it gets mad. It has a command for that, so don't call it an electric rat. Microphone games are awesome. I don't know if anyone else loves them like I do. Odama on GameCube, Pinball.
I've not played it.
It is pinball, but you order your troops with the microphone.
The only microphone game I think I've played, if it counts, is Nintendogs.
Nintendogs
Yeah.
definitely counts. I love Nintendogs. Ute Saito loves microphone games. We got Seaman too, but we're not going to talk about that.
Seaman, it's a classic.
Real quick before we move on to our next question, Nate, tell chat a little bit about yourself, our first contestant. A little bit about yourself and a few of your favorite games.
Well, beyond what you all learned about me yesterday, I live in Colorado because we missed the mountains because we spent several years living in the Midwest. My wife and I got married this summer, just past June.
Oh,
Congrats.
Congratulations.
And my favorite games still, the past 24 hours hasn't changed anything. RimWorld, which I spent all morning playing. But really the franchise that I spent the most time, still probably I spent the most time playing, is The Sims, despite how abusive it is to me as a game.
Classic.
Trader Anade, tell us a little bit about you and a few of your favorite games.
Putting on the spot. Okay.
Yeah, I was like putting you on the spot.
I mean, did you not sense it coming?
That's fair.
I thought it was gonna be like spaced out throughout the.
I was
quiz.
going to, but then I was like, let's just do it.
That makes sense.
I mean, I have 2 golden retrievers at home because I was a dog trainer up until a couple years ago, where my health unfortunately got in the way. But I still have the pups, and I don't know. I like such a variety of games. I tend to like silly, like weird games that you haven't necessarily heard of before, like Songbird Symphony.
Oh, yes.
I have not heard of it.
Something like, well, it was a small community until recently. Peggle,
I love Peggle.
Oh, yeah.
the random games. I like playing the random games.
I feel like, you know, that show, My Strange Addiction, speaking of, you know, like lead, but no, mine would be Peggle.
That's
Okay.
fair.
I
was fun.
was so into that. All right, last but not least, Dawn, tell us about yourself and a few of your favorite games.
I am an artist. I do illustration work and graphic design full time. And I don't know, my favorite game. It's funny. I could plug this too. I just made a video about it on YouTube. If you look up Paper Dawn, I just made a video about my favorite game of all time, and it's a Cave Story. I guess that's spoilers for the video. Whatever. Cave Story. I love that game, and I like everything. I play too many games. It's hard to say.
You and me both.
We'll start
Star Fox
comparing
64
Steam
though.
collections.
Star Fox 64 is very good. That's one of my favorites.
There you go. We used to. I loved working with you when we worked together because we would just talk about games like the entire time.
My brain is like just cursed with too much video game knowledge, I think. So, but not this one apparently. It doesn't go.
Not
it
this
doesn't
one.
go. Hey, you Pikachu far apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's where you're like, no, I'm done. Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna plug you real quick. Can you tell us your Instagram real quick?
My Instagram, yeah, it's Paper Dawny. So just it's exactly how it sounds, but with a Y at the end. And then my Twitter, which I'm probably more active on, is Paper_Dawn. And I post art when I feel like it. You can commission me too. I do commissions. So
Yeah, did our logo.
I did.
So thank you again for that.
Yeah.
And you've been doing work recently also for a certain publisher.
I have, yeah. I've been doing like graphic design work for video game publishing, which has been fun.
Yeah,
it's a cool experience.
Cool.
Yeah,
definitely. I will, at the end of this whole thing, I will have each of you tell us where we can find you. It just kind of came to my mind just now.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Moving on for now. Question number 3. Known for their work on the Spyro the Dragon series on the original PlayStation, Insomniac Games continued to make popular games on the PlayStation 2 and beyond. Which of the following games was internally developed by Insomniac Games? A. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. B. Jak and Daxter. C. Marvel's Spider-Man. Or D. Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
I can like imagine their logo. I can see it in my mind. But it has been so long since I've played a game by them.
Dude, I love Spyro. I love Spyro so much.
I never had an OG PlayStation, so I never got to play it.
My cousins had one, and I played Crash and Spyro on there, and then they got me into it. You know.
My cousins had a PlayStation, but it was they only had the demo disc, and so you got to play like 15 minutes of each of the games and then repeat from the beginning.
Yeah.
So whatever the first 15 minutes of that Spyro game were, and the weird like mailman game that was also on there, great, but I didn't get any farther.
I had the unfortunate disaster of growing up with Enter the Dragonfly.
We're gonna D4 this one. Let's all right, here we go.
I'm ready.
I love that you're actually rolling a D4.
I wish I had it on my desk, but I'm like, yeah.
And I'm sorry, Anade, are you good too?
Yes,
okay.
Sure, I'm guessing.
All right. The correct answer
Well,
had
should
to
we show
like
it?
look because I was like, oh god.
Should we show it first?
Should we?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow, we should probably do that.
I mean, you could
all right.
tell us, and then we'll show you.
Yeah, then I
none
can
of them
write.
will
I
change.
mean-
None of them will change. All right. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Show me the money. C, B,
Oh.
C. The correct answer is indeed C. Marvel Spider-Man.
I got lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky.
The D4. Keep that. Keep rolling. That.
Keep it going.
It's a
so
blessed D4.
the developer of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly actually was Check Six Studios and Equinox Digital Entertainment. And if you ever want to learn more about how that went, there's actually a very lengthy 2-part fan-made documentary on YouTube that goes through all of the crunch and all the cut features, all the drama.
Oh, really? I gotta watch
all
that.
of them, all of the minutia. It's extremely lengthy. It's kind of wild.
That's awesome.
There's like death threats and like shattered windows and stuff, I think too.
boy.
Damn.
It's
Enter the Dragon. Damn, for Enter the Dragonfly. I don't know if that's worth it.
it definitely is not worth it. And yes, as Shasta's pointing out in the chat, if you speedrun Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, you can beat it in 2 minutes.
I have, yeah. Or I've been
Because
like 5, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's special. Not a good game.
Funny game. Funny game.
Yeah. Jack and Daxter was Naughty Dog, and Spyro Reignited Trilogy was actually Toys for Bob. So, for anyone who's wondering about the others. All right. Next question. Celebrating his 31st anniversary this year, Sonic the Hedgehog has appeared in plenty of games over the years. That's redundant. There have also been a lot of collections of older Sonic games on modern platforms, the most recent of which being Sonic Origins. Not all Sonic games are equally available, though. Which of the following Sonic games has never been made available after its original release? We're talking port, we're talking virtual console, we're talking remake, anything. The only form that it's available is the original game release. A, Sonic Pocket Adventure. B, Sonic the Fighters. C, Sonic Drift. Or D, Sonic Triple Trouble. Anada is ready. I see it. I see maybe is ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Sorry.
And Dawn is ready. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Show me the answers. D, A,
Why
and
isn't
what?
focusing?
And A. Well, the correct answer is indeed A. Sonic Pocket
Yay.
Adventure.
My dice.
My favorite
So-
system.
Yeah, Dawn's favorite system is the Neo Geo Pocket Color, and I kind of realized that like after I asked them if they wanted to join. I'm like, everyone gets lucky sometime.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
So this is a fun one actually. So Sonic Pocket Adventure is really neat. The question may age poorly soon. There is the Neo Geo Pocket Color selection, which is a collection of modern or ports of the Neo Geo Pocket Color games on modern hardware. The first volume is out, and there's a second one on the way. Definitely take a look at them if you have never played that library, because it's
awesome.
really, really cool.
Cool system.
It's great. It would be great to finally see this one get re-released, but it is not currently. So the other answers on here, Sonic the Fighters was re-released as part of Sonic Gems Collection. Actually, all of the other ones that were available on Sonic Gems Collection on the GameCube, but some were made in additional spots. Sonic the Fighters was originally an arcade game released, and it released on Sonic Gems Collection and on the PS3 and Xbox 360 with online support. Sonic Drift and Sonic Triple Trouble are both Game Gear games, and they released on Gems Collection, as well as Sonic Adventure DX. You could unlock the Game Gear Sonic games in that game. And if I remember correctly, Mega Collection Plus on PS2 also features those. And they're on the 3DS Virtual Console. So there's a lot of places to get Game Gear Sonic.
Can I chime with a piece of trivia about Pocket Adventure 2 that I think is funny?
Of course you can.
Apparently, for the longest time, only one review outlet reviewed it, which was IGN, and they gave it a 10. So for the longest time, it was the highest rated Sonic game, like on like any search result. It was really funny.
It's like, yeah, the average is 10.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was just like the only review. And I remember always seeing it when I'd look up like Sonic games and look by reviews. I'd always see, like, what is this game? Like, why is it so good? Why is it 10?
Yeah. The something fun about Sonic Pocket Adventure actually is that it shows in game. There's a part where it transitions from the original classic Dr. Robotnik design into Sonic Adventure's more modern Eggman design in game, which is pretty fun.
It exists in this weird time between classic and modern Sonic. Like it's modern Sonic art,
strange.
but like it's classic Sonic like sprite. But he has like green eyes, like modern Sonic. It's very strange.
Yeah. Dawn knows all about the eye colors.
Don't get me into Sonic. We don't have to. It's embarrassing.
The game's actually comprised of zones that are all inspired by previous Sonic games. Pretty much Sonic 2. It's kind of a remix of Sonic 2, essentially, with new level layouts. It even has a multiplayer mode and hidden puzzle pieces that you can find.
And the devs went on to make Sonic Advance.
That's true. You stole my content. SPA, Sonic Pocket Adventure, was made by SNK in collaboration with Sonic creator Yuji Naka. The former members of this team would go on to form DIMPS, which itself would go on to do the Sonic Advance and Sonic Rush series. But DIMPS also did Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 6, and the Dragon Ball Xenoverse series. So there's a lineage there. There is a lineage there. Additionally, 2 other Sonic games that have never been re-released, Knuckles Chaotix and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. The latter game, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, is an arcade game, and it was originally planned for Gems Collection, but left out because it actually was controlled as a trackball in the arcade. It's also rumored that Chaotix was supposed to be there and cut because the game also still contains a huge collection of Knuckles Chaotix artwork in its museum. So we have this. There's the Sonic haves and the Sonic have-nots. All right. Next question, which means it's question number 5. Okay. First appearing in Donkey Kong Country, King K. Rool, or King K. Rool if you prefer, became known for his various disguises in the original trilogy. In the first game, he appears as a king with a crown and cape, completely naked otherwise. Whereas in Donkey Kong Country 2, he takes on the guise of Pirate Captain K. Rool and equips himself with a cannonball blasting blunderbuss. Say that 5 times fast. But what persona / disguise does K. Rool take on for Donkey Kong Country 3? I see. I'm looking at Trainer and Otter right now, and they're just like.
I remember the first 2. I'm trying to remember Donkey Kong Country 3.
This question actually originally asked what the one for Donkey Kong Country 2 was, and then I decided it was too easy. It was too easy.
Do they have like any foreshadowing to it? Because they kind of do in Donkey Kong Country 2. It's like kind of themed around it, but is 3 even themed around? Like,
not really.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, not
comes
really.
out of nowhere.
It's kind of, yeah.
That's a weird game.
I also totally wasn't looking at the webcam, so if you guys did do thumbs up,
I got it.
Then I haven't seen it. Nate, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, we'll pretend.
Oh, we'll pretend.
That D4 better be looking good right now.
Yeah,
no D4.
So, obviously, this was not a multiple choice one, so you're gonna have to have written it out.
You just rolled the dice and wrote
3.
the number.
Yeah. He was K. Rool 3. All right, 3, 2, 1. Show me. IDK. Italian. Wait, what?
Shoe cobbler.
Oh
I wish.
A scientist.
I figure it was Nintendo. Mario's Italian. Maybe.
That's fair. I will give it to Dawn. Dawn, can you tell us his name?
I didn't think he had a new name.
He does have a name. He has a
Science,
I'm being nice
like,
in giving this to you.
King K, or oh god. Actually, I kind of remember. I don't know. Science K. Rule. I don't know. It's
Dr.
is he not
K.
exactly a scientist? Because he wears like a lab coat and shit, right?
He's like a mad scientist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He goes by the name Baron K. Rulenstein.
Oh, okay.
Which is very silly.
That's weird. I do not recall him being like a Frankenstein parody. I just recall
Yeah,
him being
it's
like, I don't know, he had like
very
test
weird.
tubes and stuff in the background.
Yeah, and he made weird faces, and he had like a remote control that looked like a TV remote.
That was a cool boss because it was like the only time Kiddy Kong was useful.
Yeah, actually. Chat was asking what his getup in Donkey Kong Country 2 was
Pirate.
Captain K. Rule with a K. He was a pirate.
Yeah.
First game, he's just a king. Just even though he has a pirate ship, it's complicated. But something fun about King K. Rule, who is a beloved character by many and hated by others, the original Japanese localization of Donkey Kong Country, or it's called Super Donkey Kong, actually insisted that the K. Rule in each game were actually brothers and not like disguises and costumes. That lore was abandoned when K. Rule joined Smash Bros.
I was gonna say, are they like supposed to have the same middle initial and last name?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like they're all the same person. He's just
So wait, that was the
disguise
case
artist.
before Smash Ultimate?
For Japan specifically.
Really? I did not know that.
The
That's
West
interesting.
and Japan had different lore, but they united it for Ultimate. And for anyone who doesn't know what Baron K. Rulenstein looks like or isn't familiar with Donkey Kong Country 3, the up special in Smash Bros, the little helicopter pack that he has to fly, is the main gadget that Baron K. Rulenstein uses in Donkey Kong Country 3. Apparently, he made his robot Chaos out of all his wife's finest pots and pans. That's what the dialogue in Donkey Kong Country 3 says for some reason.
K-Roll has a
Which
wife?
I thought was
Yeah, right.
that's what I said. Like, he has a wife. He's got pots and pans and made that weird robot thing. If anyone's seen that robot, that thing's not made out of pots.
Nobody told me he's taken. Come on. That's BS.
Yeah, we'll play the K-Roll dating game next marathon, guys. All right. Follow up to that question.
No.
Fun.
So it's going to be maybe harder, maybe not for some of you. In Donkey Kong Country 2, players will encounter Clubba as they go on their adventure to save Donkey Kong. Clubba guards various golden bananas that lead to a secret world, and if you pay him enough Creme coins, he'll let you in. What is the name of the secret world that he lets you into? A, Crematoa, which I'm hearing in Squidward's voice right now. B, Hideout Helm. C, Crazy Kremland. Or D, Lost World.
I have no idea.
All right.
But...
All right, we got thumbs up. People feeling confident? Okay.
No.
I mean,
no.
it's
No.
One
Nate's
just
like-
sounds more Donkey Kong Country to me than others. So I'm just gonna
Nate's
guess
like
that one.
D4. Hey, it's done Nate pretty well so far, honestly. You guys are close in score. So I'm gonna count you down. 3, 2, 1. Show me.
I hate this thing. I'm sorry.
Whoops, you're fine. I see C, Crazy Kremlin. I see B, Hideout Helm, and B, Hideout Helm. And I'm happy to tell all of you that you're all wrong.
Oh, well.
What was
Dang
it?
it.
So the actual answer, I'm just I'm just noting your score for this question real quick. The answer is actually the most boring one, D, Lost World.
I looked at that one.
Or-
I was like, no way.
like
That's
Jurassic
dumb.
Park, right?
Hideout Helm. Did you come up with Hideout Helm? 'Cause
No,
that sounds
Hideout
like
Helm
a Donkey Kong
is
Country.
the final area of Donkey Kong 64.
Okay.
That makes sense. It sounded like a Donkey Kong level.
Sounds like a Donkey
Yeah,
Kong level.
exactly.
It really does.
See, we should get like a half a point.
Nah, I don't know about that. B, Hideout Helm was the Donkey Kong 64 one. Answer C, Crazy Kremland is actually a world in Donkey Kong Country 2. It's the amusement park world. And Crematoa A is actually the secret world in Donkey Kong Country 3. If you drive your boat around the rocks like 10 times, it rises out of the ocean.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
That's very fun. But yeah, the Lost World, also known as Kremling's Lost World, apparently when I was going on Wikipedia just for clarification on this, It's apparently the power source of Crocodile Isle in Donkey Kong Country 2. That's pretty much the world that game takes place on. Not exactly sure where it's supposed to be on there because it doesn't actually show up on the map like other sections of the overworld. But the true ending, the 100% ending of Donkey Kong Country 2, has you fight King K. Rool there again, and defeating him causes a weird energy surge, and it causes the island to sink. So, also fun fact: Donkey Kong Country 2 is Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest, not Diddy Kong's Quest. And yes, it's a pun. Say that 5 times fast as well.
They love their puns.
Question number 6. In 1989, the Game Boy was released alongside a handful of games. One of these games featured gameplay similar to Breakout or Arkanoid. What is the name of this game?
Can we go back to the multiple choices?
There are still some more multiple choices in
How
here.
is this not called Arkanoid? What else could this be called?
Well, it has gameplay that it plays like those games, but it has a name. I'll give you one hint. It is a Nintendo-made Game Boy launch game. And when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, that one."
Oh.
See, now you've thrown me off.
Is it? Oh, wait. Is it that? Oh my god. I might be wrong. But this just like popped into my brain, and I really hope it's correct because that'll be clutch.
Because there's a game now that you've like lodged in my brain that I know is not correct, but it's the only one that I want to write down.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it
I
because
guess I'm ready. Yeah.
That was
I have no
totally
idea.
intentional. Yeah.
for sure wrong because I know the game it's based off of.
Yeah.
I'll just write it down there. So, thanks.
I know I had a thumbs up from Richie. Did I have thumbs
sorry.
up from everyone else? Oh,
Sure.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? Dr. Mario Tetris, Nintendo Breakout, Alleyway. And I regret to inform all of you that Dawn is correct. It is Alleyway.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I was like, oh, that feels good. Somewhere in my brain, I knew that. How did I?
It's
know
really
that?
neat that every time that Don wins, you say you regret to inform us of that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you know.
It's okay. It's okay, Clay. It's okay.
Because they're technically in the lead, so they're not the underdog. So like, you know,
Yeah.
we like underdogs here. So fun fact again, the later box art for Alleyway in the West or in the international releases actually has Mario in the paddle ship that's on the box cover. He's piloting it. That character is actually more ambiguous in earlier releases, but you are literally flying a spaceship that is a paddle. And like a lot of early Game Boy games, Alleyway was developed by Nintendo R&D 1 under Gunpei Yokoi, the creator of the Game & Watch, Game Boy, Virtual Boy, and Wonder Swan, who tragically passed away in a traffic accident in 1997. If you don't know what Alleyway is, since it's basically just Breakout, R&D 1 made a lot of other series like Wario Land, Metroid, and Kid Icarus. They also made Solar Striker, which is another Game Boy launch game, with a really cool name, and it's a little cute ship shooter. Just to keep in mind, speaking of Metroid, that we got Metroid Fusion on Sunday with Metroid Master and Metal Gear Solid. That's going to be a race. And then the finale of the marathon is either going to be Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube or Metroid Dread, a randomizer, and you guys will get to decide it with your donations.
Nice.
Ooh.
Isn't that fun? All right. Question number 7. Originally introduced in Super Mario Bros. 3, the Koopa Kids are Bowser's 7 children and henchmen, because I guess I don't know what's up with that. They each stole a magic wand from each of the lands of the Mushroom Kingdom, while dear old dad kidnapped Princess Toadstool. One of Bowser's more recognizable kids is Roy Koopa, who also tends to be a popular choice in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a game that we have coming up later in the marathon tonight with Peas, SMB, who's going to be doing the new Wave 2 tracks. But what real-life person is Roy Koopa named after? It is a person that is recognizable, and well known. So think of people named Roy, I guess, is the only hint I can give you without giving it away.
I definitely knew this at one point, but
Yeah, this one is one of those, like, it's kind of like, did you know Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually Doki Doki Panic? But not quite that. It's not on that level. And also, if you ever have someone ask you that in trivia, like, that's trivia instantly gets an F from me. I do have an answer from chat that I can share with you because it's so wrong. Roy Fire Emblem. Ness says it's Roy Fire Emblem.
ooh, that's weird. Who would write that?
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm
What
ready.
Roys do we know? Who's
How
what
many
the-
Roys do we know?
I don't.
Think of famous Roys. You do have a shot.
I am terrible with names.
I will
so...
kick
Oh,
myself
no.
once I hear it, but I don't know it at the moment. But I have something. Maybe this is right.
My whiteboard has frozen.
Nate's like, why did I come here?
What is going on? I actually wrote something pretty substantial because I wanted to try. What the heck? This is not going well.
When technology really fails us and is worse than a piece of paper.
Right, it's an old iPad.
Just get like an
that's
expo marker and just write
she's
on the
suffering
screen.
so badly right now.
No.
If it's frozen, you can just kind of say it out loud when we all
Okay,
reveal answers.
we'll try it back, but just do what you're gonna do.
All right, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Roy Rogers
Roy Rogers. Roy from Fire
from Fire Emblem.
I love that you said Roy Rogers, but unfortunately the actual answer is Roy Orbison, the musician.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Okay.
Roy Orbison.
I had heard that, but I wouldn't have gotten that.
My
on
grandpa
the
loved Roy Orbison.
Mm-mm.
He is a technically a rock and roll musician, and for some reason at one point we bought him a like greatest hits compilation of Roy Orbison, and he for some reason decided that it wasn't Roy Orbison who recorded it and that it was an imposter, and he would never listen to the CD, and I still do not get that one to this day.
Okay. So what I was gonna say, in order to earn points, was I don't know who that is, but I do know that Mario was originally named after Nintendo America's landlord in their early
Yes.
days.
See,
Give him a point.
You know
Give him a
what?
point.
You know what? I was gonna say. I was just about to say. Nate's getting the point for that.
Tune
How did
into
you
the
get it,
Linking
Nate?
Efforts podcast every 2 weeks, where I interview Andy on video game questions, and he fails.
And now it's your turn.
And now it's my turn to suffer. It's okay. He asks me about sports things, and I know nothing about
Oh
it.
yeah, that's me. If you get me on asking about sports trivia, I'll just be like, yeah. So yeah, the Koopa Kids are actually mostly named after musicians. They were named by Dave Brooks. He was a former product analyst at Nintendo, who also had a background as a DJ, which is interesting. So for the rest of the names, just to fill them out, Wendy O. Koopa is named after Wendy O. Williams, the lead singer of the Plasmatics. Iggy Koopa, named for Iggy Pop.
Sure.
Ludwig von Koopa, named for Ludwig von Beethoven, of course. And Lemmy Koopa was named after Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead. Named for him because Dave thought that the design of Lemmy, he looked like a character who would do his own thing. That's what he said. There are two who were not musicians. And of the musicians, only Ludwig von Koopa is not a rock star. The first of those Koopa is Morton Koopa Jr. He's named after Morton Downey Jr. Dave thought that the character looked like a loudmouth, and Morton Downey Jr. is a loudmouth talk show host, or was. Don't look him up, by the way. He sucks. Larry Koopa is the other one, and literally the only reason he's named Larry is Dave thought he just looked like a Larry.
Fair enough.
Dave Brooks would later go on in Super Mario World to name the mini boss in that game Reznor, which is it's almost like a Ferris wheel of rhinos, after Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. So,
where do you get that
one?
one?
Yeah, it's a fun. Yeah, Reznor. All right, we got a follow-up question for this.
Wow, he looks terrible. I did Google Morton Downey.
Oh, so
Jr.
you shouldn't do that. He sucks, but yeah, he does look terrible.
He looks.
And I mean, Morton kind of looks terrible too.
He looks horrible. That's great.
That's great.
This one is hard, so I gave you a multiple choice. In the original Super Mario Bros. 3 instruction manual, there is a page dedicated to the Koopa Kids. In the center of the page, they say, "We just love being blank." What is the missing word? A, mean. B, bad. C, nasty. Or D, evil. I got 2 thumbs up.
I'm there with confidence.
Oh, you're
that
very
I
confident
am
in this one.
not
Okay.
correct, but that
I'm
I
not.
am guessing
I just
firmly.
assume this is it.
Everyone's just like, I just Googled that guy. He sucks. All right. 3, 2, 1. Show me.
God, I can't.
Oh, let's see here. Well, unfortunately for you guys, the answer is actually
Dang
A.
it.
Ah. Come on, Nintendo. Come back with
bad
an
was
alliteration.
bad. See, bad is what I thought it was by memory, and then I looked at a picture of it. I'm like, oh my god, it says mean. So I'm like, yeah, everyone probably thinks it says
Yep.
bad. I miss instruction manuals from that
Yeah.
era so much.
They're pretty
Anybody
charming.
who got to read them, all the art and the cool stuff.
I think I still have the instruction manual from Harvest Moon 64. I don't think I have the cartridge anymore, but the manual is still in my books of things.
Nice.
Dude, like the original Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 manuals are so much fun too.
They are. They're very cool. They put a lot of personality in those.
There's a guy on Twitter, I don't think he doesn't make them available anymore because I think there was some weird copyright stuff, but he went by Hand Drawn Gaming and he made like full hand drawn guides for Zelda 1, Metroid, and I forget what the other one was. He just started a Patreon and he's doing a little hand drawn retro gaming magazine now. So cool stuff if you like the classic like 80s artwork. And also, I don't care what anyone says. The Koopa Kids are indeed Bowser's children. Do not at me on that.
Is that
They've tried to
debated?
change that over the
I
years.
was gonna say,
Yeah,
I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah, Miyamoto one day was like, actually, they're not his kids. They're just his henchmen. And I'm like, no, honey.
Yeah,
wrong.
but if K. Rool has a wife, why couldn't Bowser?
Yeah, if K. Rool has a wife, Bowser should have a wife. But I don't know who would.
I mean,
who would?
Well, I mean, Bowser has a thing going on with Peach, so.
Oh, jeez. All right, let's move on real quick.
Bowser Jr.
Before this gets real nasty.
It gets very messy.
What's that one line in Super Mario Sunshine where Peach is like, "Mama," like she questions it for a
Mama
second.
Peach, yeah. She's like, "I'm your mom."
She's like, "Wait, oh god, like
wait,
is that could
might be
be
possible."
Oh no,
it's classic.
And yes, everyone who is watching, please, if you are able to, it's okay if you're not able to, but we love you being here. But if you're able to, please consider donating. We have a lot of great stuff coming up, and we've got a long weekend for Lead. So let's see here. Next question is a toughie, and I'm going to apologize in advance.
Because the last 5 have been so easy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, they won't be too bad. Like, it's fine. Like, I have like Nate will be here, and like Dawn and whoever else like volunteers for us. Like, they play games, so I have to like kind of make them a little harder. And I'm like going through this. I'm like, oh god, they're struggling on question 5.
You're a monster.
It's a roll of the dice. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't. It's either I'm clueless or I know it in like a second.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it works, especially since you're not allowed to like go on Wikipedia or whatever. And
we're not allowed to do that. I thought this whole
some of these, most of these actually pretty much all of these I made, but like some of them I had to like look up to know like some of the minutia. So don't feel bad. We're doing this for fun. I hope chat is having fun with us.
This is fun.
Question 8. Crash Bandicoot was a breakout hit on the original PlayStation, and amongst the best games in the entire series was Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Fun fact, if you've played that game, the character of Dr. Cortex is voiced by Clancy Brown, famous for Mr. Krabs and that movie that I can't remember because I'm uncultured. My sister would kill me. Great actor. The game's soundtrack is particularly memorable and was created by Josh Mansell with the assistance of Mutato Musica, and that is how you pronounce it. I looked for a long time to find out. That is a music production company composed of several former members of a popular band. I'm going to give you an extra hint because this one is tough. They are a popular 80s band. to narrow it down a little bit.
How many guesses can I have? Can I just keep writing band names, and if I get one
You know what? I'll let you guys write 3 bands each. If you guys want to write.
It's
3
very
bands
kind
each.
of you to think that I have 3 80s bands in my head.
I was thinking the
I
same
want-
thing.
I want you
So-
to. I want you to all know that my sister just DM'd me. It was like Shawshank Redemption.
Wait, what?
So,
He
yeah.
was in Shawshank Redemption.
Clancy Brown was in Shawshank Redemption.
I did
man.
not know that. That's funny.
Clancy Brown is so cool. Yeah, so I'll let you guys write a few. No one's allowed to look at chat, but I see
There's
someone
no
in
way.
chat who got it.
I have no idea. Honestly.
Nope.
No. All right.
80s band.
I would say their music, the music they're known for is 80s music at the least. I can't say for certain that they're solely an 80s band, but
I don't know why I'm blanking on certain things. Let me try to think of one more band really quick.
okay. I think did I see Anade with a thumbs up before?
Yeah,
I'll pretend.
It was like
Yeah,
it was more
two.
like
whatever.
it was like a shrug.
Fine. We'll
All right.
go for these.
3, 2, 1. Show me.
Wait a second.
Oh, sorry. Question mark.
There we go.
We had Rolling Stones
And the Ramones.
Ramones. Okay. And we got Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard, and Queen.
LOL.
Unfortunately, you're all wrong.
Yeah, no kidding.
All 8 of your guesses are wrong. Or
I'm
6
trying to
whatever.
find
That's
it now.
awesome.
I'm straight up looking through Wikipedia trying to get you an answer, and I'm not
So
finding it.
the actual answer is Devo.
Sure. Okay.
Whip it, guys.
Yeah.
Whip it good.
I won't lie. That would have probably been my final guess out of every 80s band ever.
Mark Mothersbaugh, if I did not destroy his name.
He's super popular in games composition.
He
He did a lot of the Sims franchise. Hey, there's what I know. Yeah,
He did.
A
So
lot
he's
of the
stealing my
Sims.
content.
You know what, man? You got to give me something here.
So his music production company is called Mutato Musica, as I mentioned. It's a portmanteau of mutant and potato for some reason. And yeah, that studio is comprised of a lot of former members of Devo, and they've done music for lots of stuff, such as The Sims. See, if I asked who did The Sims music, Nate would have got it. They also did TV shows like Rugrats, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Regular Show. Rugrats is what I usually associate the sound with because it's kind of a similar sound.
Yeah, it kind of is. Interesting.
All right. Question number 9. Developed by Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. and published in North America by Konami on the PlayStation 2, this survival horror game takes place in a hotel on an unnamed space station. The main character is a cocktail waitress named Rio, and she solves puzzles and fights against strange monsters that have wreaked havoc, on that whole space station hotel thing. The game's defining trait is that it's entirely controlled by voice commands. The player needs to tell Rio what to do, or she will die. She just won't do anything unless you tell her to do it. What is the name of this game? Another microphone game question. And also, I'm going to give Nate a point for saying the Sims thing. I just was not expecting it, and I'm impressed. So, sorry, everybody else.
It's okay. I know I'm not winning anyway.
I mean, no one's winning anything. We're all just here to lose. And also, shout outs to Sharif in the chat who got the Devo answer. He's just like, LMAO, it's Devo. Just like immediately. This game is fairly infamous on, if you watch Let's Plays on YouTube, I want to say Retsupre did a playthrough of this at one point.
Oh my god. That's how I know it. That's funny. I think I know the name.
It is a survival horror game. It does not. The name is kind of funny. Like it's like one of those games that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a game. I never remember the name of this.
I got something. I think it is. I don't really remember though.
I'm sure it's not, but I have
Everyone's got an answer. All right, 3, 2, 1. Show me. Not Dead Space. Horror.
Can't focus.
Horror is
Dead
too spooky
Voice.
for me.
Lifeline. Oh yeah, first one is too spooky. Probably will not be surprised to know that Dawn got it correct. The answer is Lifeline.
Is it? It was either that or Life Force. I don't know why I was thinking that.
Life
too,
Force is the shoot 'em up game by Konami. Another Konami technically.
Oh, that is another Konami game. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Lifeline exactly?
It is Lifeline exactly, one word. So this game is hilarious. It's very funny to watch someone play it. People do it on Twitch sometimes. People do it on YouTube. It's known for having very spotty voice recognition, even though it was kind of impressive for the time, just due to the number of words that it recognized. And most people who play it remember screaming at Rio to do the right stuff in combat while she gets killed.
Yeah, it's like telling her to back off.
You have to tell her, like, move left, back off, shoot. And it's like, instead of shoot, she's like, heal. And you waste all your like health pickups. Pretty good stuff.
That's great.
Yeah. The game was bundled with a USB headset in Japan, but it was not bundled with a USB headset in the United States, which is interesting because you need that to play the game. So that's a special one. Luckily for you all, the next question is another multiple choice question.
Yay! We have a 1 in 4.
Excuse me just 1 second while I check something to make sure that I'm not messed up. Okay, cool. In Astro's Playroom, released simultaneously with and included on every PlayStation 5 system, this is not an ad, the player takes a tour through Sony's hardware history. Which of the game's 4 main stages is adorned with PlayStation 2 artifacts, which is a very horrible pun? It's basically a stage based on the PlayStation 2. A, Cooling Springs. B, GPU Jungle. C, SSD Speedway. Or D, Memory Meadow. And there are only 4 stages, so that's why you have 4 answers.
Now that you say that, that's making me like think about this.
Yeah, there are 4 PlayStations and there are 4 stages, so you know.
Yeah. I hope this is it. I don't know. I got something.
All right, that's thumbs up from Trainer Nada. That's thumbs up from everybody. 3, 2, 1. Show me. Wait, what is roll D4 1? So that's an A. D, Memory Meadow. B, GPU Jungle. And my favorite thing about all of this is that the answer is actually C, SSD. You all answered the
wait.
Yeah.
What? Does the PS2 even have an SSD?
No, it does not.
That's such BS. I hate this question.
It does not. It's so funny, but no, it does not have an SSD. It did have a hard drive accessory, but not an SSD. So I'm not sure why they chose to make that.
I thought that would be the PS5's place.
Yeah, you'd think there would be like a PS5. Everyone in chat's like, no, PS2 loads suck.
I thought it was like GPU Jungle because it had a really good GPU for the time.
Yeah, you would
That's
think.
fair.
But no, that's the one I thought it would be too. But no, it is SSD Speedway because that makes a lot of sense. So I actually played through this game recently at a friend's house. Was the only time I played on a PS5. I love that game. If you have not played it and you own a PS5, you should probably play it. It's actually probably the only PS5 game that I really care about. If you are a PlayStation fan in general, though, there's tons of really cool cameos from PlayStation series and characters. Lots of fun, like hardware and gimmicky stuff that you can find. And we do have it in this marathon. Twan is going to be running through Astro's Playroom on Monday. So if you haven't played it yet, it is pretty short. You should probably play it or you'll get spoiled. But if you don't have a PS5 like most people, because it's impossible to get one, that's fair. All right, next question. The original Kirby's Dream Land turns 30 this year. I hope Kirby fans here watched the Kirby Music Fest concert because it was very cool. But it's the second game in the series, Kirby's Adventure, that introduced Kirby's now famous copy abilities, aka he eats people and takes their powers. Which of the following was not a copy ability in the original Kirby's Adventure? We're not including the remake of Kirby's Adventure on the Game Boy Advance, Nightmare, and Dreamland. We have some Kirby people in chat who are just like, I know this one.
Of course they do. And in fact, my wife would know this too, because this is like the one game that she's played a ton of. But she is not in the house right now.
I'll be
I
honest,
would have allowed it.
I don't. It's funny. I would have just thought all 4 of these were in it. So,
Yeah.
but when I think about it, I'm like, oh, maybe that one isn't in it. Now I think about it.
Your options are A, hammer, B, wheel, C, laser, and D, bomb. Got a thumbs up from Dawn. Thumbs up from Manade. A wave and a thumbs up from Nate. 3, 2. Yeah, you don't get to use your lifeline, Nate. Get it? Get
Your
it?
texter.
3, 2, 1. Show me. C, laser, A, hammer, D, bomb. The correct answer is D, bomb.
Dang it.
Bomb does not show up until Kirby Superstar, actually, on the Super Nintendo.
Kind of didn't know that. When I was thinking about it, I used to make like sprite comics using the Kirby Adventure sprites, and I remember all of those. And I was like thinking about the sprites of each of those, and I'm like, oh yeah, there is. I don't think there is a bomb. They're like a bomb enemies, but I don't think.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't
There's
know.
not an actual bomb copy ability. There is a bomb item in the first Kirby's Dream Land that's not a copy ability that you can like inhale and spit out. And
That's what
shoot
I kind of
explosions at
remember.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the bomb power. So the bomb power doesn't show up until Kirby Superstar. But for me personally, Kirby's Adventure is my favorite Kirby game.
It's very
I don't know
good.
what everyone else's is if you've played Kirby or not.
It's one of my favorites. It's aged like fine wine. It is one of the
so good.
most impressive NES games.
It's very cool. It was a late NES release. 3D Kirby's Adventure is also on the 3DS eShop, which is shutting down in next year, and it runs that game slightly better. It has 3D visuals and reduces some of the slowdown. Would definitely recommend it to Kirby fans. And the creator of Kirby, Masahiro Sakurai, who also made Smash Bros., recently launched a YouTube channel about game design, and it's popping off. It's really good. Would highly recommend you check it out. Very good stuff.
And Rachel just got home.
Oh,
There's
wow.
Kirby.
Poyo. Can we have some Poyos in the chat? Okay. Well, unfortunately for everyone, there's a follow-up question.
Okay.
Kirby questions.
It's a Kirby question. I almost gave this multiple choice, but I didn't. So this is also a math problem, kind of. So something different. Kirby 64 featured a unique twist on copy abilities that hasn't been replicated since. In that game, you can combine 2 powers together to make a new one. If you don't include the invincibility candy, because why would you? Or the parts where you get to play as King Dedede, because why would you? How many total copy abilities are there in the game?
Can you give us a range?
Mm.
In which I can roll a dice.
To count in my head.
you can. Yeah, it's been replicated. Yeah, it's just not the main the main
I'm on
mechanic.
camera.
If I give you, it's this is going to be a wide range, but it's greater than 20, less than 100. I know that's a very not great range, but yeah, that's what you get.
Alrighty.
Nate's got a guess.
I don't. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm thinking about the abilities because once I figure, because I could kind of figure this out. Hold on.
Yeah, if you get close enough, I'll give it to you.
Over or under?
We'll say someone in the chat suggested within 5, so I'll say within 5.
I got a guess, considering.
All right, friends. We're all ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
3, 2, 1, show me. 66, 64, 36. I'm impressed because Richie got it.
I did. Okay, so there's 6 power-ups, right?
So I'm gonna break down the math for you. I initially thought it was 64 or a higher number. It's not. So here we go. This one is a tricky question. Like, this is ultra tricky. I'm genuinely surprised that you got it. actually.
Math.
I didn't think anyone was going to get it. There are 7 base abilities: Bomb, Burn, Ice, Cutter, Needle, Spark, and Stone. And all of them have combos with one another. But you can't simply do 7 times 7 to calculate that. Or is it 40? I might actually have the number wrong, but I don't think so.
48 is 7 times 7.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
49.
Because the order that the ability is in the power slots does not matter. So if you have fire and ice fire, those are the same thing. So you also have to add in Ribbon's Crystal, which is a special copy ability only used in the final boss. So there are actually 28 combinations. There are 7 base powers, and then there's the one special power, which gives you a total of 36. And I looked this up because I completely had no idea.
So I was half there. I thought there were 6 power-ups, and I didn't do the math correctly. So I just did 6 times 6, and I got 36. And I guess I got it right.
You know that like meme about like you got the right answer somehow by doing everything wrong?
Yep.
I'm less impressed. I'm less impressed now. But yes.
I shouldn't have said that.
There are 28 combo powers plus the 7 base powers plus the ribbon power.
I guess I missed one.
36.
I thought there were 6.
Yeah. I thought there were 8. So I
That'd be so. I always knew there was
64.
I always knew there was a small amount of power ups in the game because I knew it'd be insane if they had that many combinations.
I would check the Kirby Wikia. They kind of explained the math, and I had to like go and hand count all the powers there to make sure that they weren't wrong.
You don't trust the Kirby.
I mean, I originally put 24 down, but then you're like, it's between 20 and 100. And it's like, well, crap, it has to be higher.
Well, I didn't want to say like 20 and like 50 because then anyone who did like 7 times 7 or like 8 times 8 would be like, okay, it can't be that. Fun fact about Kirby, if anyone doesn't know, Kirby lore is crazy. There's actually a lot of story in Kirby and details. Kirby 64 itself, the game we're talking about, is considered the last game in the Dark Matter trilogy. Kirby Dream Land 2, Kirby Dream Land 3, Kirby 64 is the order that goes in. Combining them all together does not make it 49 plus Crystal. It's because simply multiplying them together doesn't give you the actual number of combinations because you will have duplicate combinations since the game does not factor in the order of the powers. So you can have Stone, Cutter, and you can have Cutter, Stone, but Cutter, Stone, and Stone, Cutter are the same. So you don't get to count it twice. That's why this question is super tricky.
It's a factorial.
We will have Kirby's Dream Land 2 by Glitch Aston, who already ran Kirby Superstar for us. That's going to be coming up tonight. And then Mr. Shasta, who's also in the chat, is going to be doing Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which is the newest Kirby, the 3D Kirby. We are going to have a donation incentive for that as well to do Ultimate Cut Z, which is basically the boss rush of that game. It's not open yet. We got to get open it when we get a little bit closer, but it's coming. All right, we're almost done. Question 12. In the Punch-Out games, Little Mac fights many intimidating boxers. There are a total of 5 games in the series, and plenty of fighters appear in multiple titles. Which of the following fighters does not appear in more than one game in the Punch-Out series? Now, notice I said 5 games, so we're including the 2 arcade Punch-Out games here. They do count. There are Punch-Out games that are not home console ones. Trainer Anade already knows. I like. I was say I feel like there's confidence there.
I wish.
Nate knows, and then like he turned his hand, so I think that was like I don't know. And Dawn, what about you?
The dice has an idea, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, that's fair.
I think I got one. I think.
All right, 3, 2, 1. B, D, B. All of you are wrong. The actual answer is A, Narcissus Prince. So I'm going to break this down for you guys because I thought this was very interesting. This one was another tricky question. That's why it got a multiple choice answer. Or sorry, I should say the multiple choice made it a little bit easier, but the answers I picked were tough. So all of the characters here, Narcissus Prince, Aaron Ryan, Bear Hugger, and Dragon Chan, all of them appear in Super Punch Out on the Super Nintendo. Bear Hugger shows up in Super Punch Out Arcade and Punch Out Wii. And then Aaron Ryan also shows up in Punch Out Wii. However, Dragon Chan is not only in Super Punch Out on the Super Nintendo, but also shows up in Super Punch Out Arcade. So Narcissus Prince is the only one who stayed exclusive out of these four to a single game. He doesn't like it when you punch his face because he is a narcissist. That's his thing. No one misses him. It's fine.
Sad little Mac.
Sad little Mac.
Cannot focus.
With Punch Out Wii grabbing more of its inspiration from the original Nintendo game, a lot of Super Punch Out characters never end up returning in the series. These include Mad Clown, Masked Muscle, Heike Kagero, Hoy Carlo, Rick and Nick Bruiser, Gabby J, and Bob Charlie. And yes, Bob Charlie is indeed just Bob Marley. He looks just like Bob Marley. If you want to go and have some fun, go to gabbyj.com. I'll put that in chat. It's very cute. It's a gimmick website. Oh, I typed the wrong one. Gabby J, not Gabby Joy. GabbyJ.com. Try that again. Since we're covering characters, two other characters that only show up in Super Punch Out Arcade are Kid Quick and Pizza Pasta.
Awesome name.
Yeah, the character Disco Kid in Punch Out Wii looks like it may have been based on or inspired by Kid Quick, based on the internal files for Punch Out Wii. But Pizza Pasta has never shown up again in any form. However, he also has a toupee like Don Flamenco. Piston Honda shows up in the Wii version of Punch Out as Piston Hondo because trademarks suck. The character Piston Hurricane in Super Punch Out is a different character from Piston Honda. And we're not going to talk about Vodka Drinkinski because that's just bad. All right. Next question. We're getting near the end. I hit back by accident.
I was like, I've seen this one.
Capcom is well... Yeah, I'll give you guys that one again. Capcom is well known for their wide range of fighting games from Street Fighter to Red Earth. In the mid-90s, Capcom's Crossover Versus series was born. What was the first ever Capcom Versus fighting game? Richie, or I'm going to keep calling you Richie. Richie got it.
That's fine.
Yeah, Bradderfield in chat points out, in Japan, Honda is just a common name, but, you know, there's also a car company called Honda, so that happened to him. Got some interesting guesses in chat.
Or
Gonna guess.
All right, everyone have a guess?
wait.
We'll pretend.
I love how you were the first one to thumbs up, and then you were like,
I've
nah.
made a mistake. Give me 2 seconds.
I will say I've got maybe like 10, 15 minutes left before I gotta run.
That's fine. We'll blaze through this last bit.
Okay, got it.
All right. 3,
All right.
2, 1. Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter
Just
versus
Eight.
and Street Fighter X-Men.
Oh, X-Men.
So I'll give it to Richie. The answer is X-Men versus Street Fighter, and as far as I'm concerned, that's more than close enough.
So I did originally Capcom versus X-Men. I was like, I think Street Fighter actually.
We had some interesting answers in chat. Capcom versus Capcom, Marvel versus Capcom, which is a fair guess. Monkey versus Robot, and Capcom versus the World.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, there's been a lot of. What was that?
I got Street Fighter versus blank. I guess
See,
That's half right.
Everyone had Street Fighter in it, so like it was good. So yeah, there's been a lot of great Capcom versus games over the years. Marvel versus Capcom, Capcom versus SNK, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, which is my favorite. Another crossover that's not a fighting game is the Japan-only RPG Namco X Capcom. X-Men versus Street Fighter actually uses old art assets from X-Men Children of the Atom, which is a great game, while adding a few new characters, aka Rogue, Gambit, and Sabretooth. And Street Fighter Alpha 2 moves and attributes were changed to make the Street Fighter characters fit in with the faster X-Men characters. The X-Men sprites were based on their looks of the characters in the 90s X-Men the Animated Series cartoon, complete with their respective voice actors, which is actually really cool.
Good game.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter was ported to Saturn in Japan, and it was the first game announced to use the 4 megabyte RAM expansion cart and was bundled with one. This is pretty similar to the Nintendo 64 expansion pack. If you're familiar with that, they both offer an additional 4 megabytes of RAM. Lots of Saturn ports are happening now, but if you choose to get an original system, you might want to look into an Action Replay 4M Plus. It functions as one of those expansion cards and more. Just make sure you look up some info before then, because there are some compatibility issues.
Yeah, you don't have to buy North American games if you have
Correct.
an Action Replay, which are way more expensive than Japanese games.
Yeah, most of them you can deal with not being able to read.
Yeah, they're like fighting games. So,
Question 14. Sunsoft has reemerged recently with a new release of their Famicom game Gimmick on the way. In 2002, they were able to release Clock Tower 3 after acquiring the rights to the Clock Tower series. This was possible because the series' original developer had ceased to exist. What is the name of the studio that developed the prior Clock Tower games? I have a soft spot for Clock Tower.
Can we get some options?
Hmm.
maybe a hint.
How am I gonna do that? It's 2 words. The second word is entertainment.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I have someone, Zokubun here actually knows the answer to this one, I see.
This is also
Chat actually knows this one.
I mean,
I'm
Chad
impressed
also
by it.
has Google.
Yeah, but like they're not
True.
They're not like they don't seem to be using it because they've gotten a lot of them wrong. They're playing in good faith.
No idea. But I'll give you
All right,
something.
you can
I only
write a
know
random
one.
word.
I only know one studio from this era that had that. So, well, there's probably more, but I don't think it's Humongous Entertainment.
You are correct. It is not Humongous Entertainment. If you wrote that, you can't change your answer, but
I did
will
not.
love you. I will give you a point if you wrote Humongous Entertainment.
Damn it.
Does everyone have a guess?
Sure.
Maybe. Okay.
I got one.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Show it to me. Trendy Entertainment. Time Entertainment.
It's a good guess.
Human Entertainment. And to no surprise to anybody, Dawn got it again. The answer is Human Entertainment.
They also work on. They worked on another Super Nintendo game, right?
So we'll give you the quick lore, since we gotta make this end quickly.
Yeah.
When Clock Tower 3 was made, it was done without the original series creator Hifumi Kono, and instead was worked on by Japanese film director Kinji Fukasaku. This was the only game he would do, but you might recognize his work on the Japanese part of Tora 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 and his final movie, Battle Royale. Clock Tower 3 had little to do with the story of the previous games, and reception was mixed. It was followed up with a spiritual successor called Haunted Ground, and there's now several Clock Tower style horror games out there, like the Remothered games. The creator of Clock Tower went on to create one called Nightcry. Even more annoying, Clock Tower 3 is actually the 4th game in the Clock Tower series. The others are Clock Tower, which was only released in Japan, Clock Tower, which was on the PlayStation 1 and called Clock Tower 2 in Japan, Clock Tower 2, The Struggle Within on the PlayStation, in Japan, Clock Tower Ghost Head. And in every territory, it's just Clock Tower 3. Talk about confusing. And if you ever want to see funny speed runs, Clock Tower Ghost Head runs are very funny. Human Entertainment itself is actually known for the long-lasting Fire Pro Wrestling series. They're also they have allegedly made the first ever rhythm video game, which is Dance Aerobics, a power pad game on the NES, published by Bandai, part of the Family Trainer series of games, which are all made by Human Entertainment. The other notable one that people most likely would know is World Class Track Meet on the Nintendo, which was included with Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt on a single cartridge.
I don't know where I know them. I just knew the name, I guess.
Guess I just knew the name. Question 15. Now well known for their work on Sega Ages, the Sega Genesis Mini 1 and 2, and the Castlevania Advance Collection, M2 is one of the all-time greats in the emulation world, since I typoed. They are known for their extreme attention to detail and for even building new games and demakes designed to older systems' technical specifications. Before all of that, though, they developed their first ever game and they released it on the Sega Genesis. What is the earliest game that M2 ever developed? And I will tell you, it is a sequel to a very famous game, a very famous arcade game that you may not associate with a Japanese company. So think of a Western arcade game, mayhaps owned by Atari Games at the time.
I appreciate the hints, but
it's a very, very famous arcade game, and you're all going to hate yourselves when you hear it.
Okay, I have something.
yeah.
All right, we got something.
We'll try something.
We got something. All right. 3, 2, 1. Show me. Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Man 2, Space Invader 2. Those are actually very good guesses. They're not correct, but they are they are good guesses. The actual answer is Gauntlet 4. Gauntlet, if you know, you need food badly.
Yeah,
no idea
weird.
what that is.
I didn't know they made. I don't even know that game was on Genesis. I'm not gonna lie.
So that game started as a port of the arcade game Gauntlet to the Sharp X68000 PC by a group of fans in Japan who loved playing it at the arcades. They made it themselves as a hobby. It got picked up by Atari Games, and they decided to use it as a basis for a sequel, which those friends would then make. Those friends would go on to form M2, and their first game officially as M2 would be the Game Gear port of Gunstar Heroes on the Sega Genesis.
Interesting.
Final question, because we got a follow-up. The hardest question, well, it's hard enough of them all. In more recent years, the M2 Shot Triggers series has come to life with many fantastic re-releases of classic shmups. If you're not familiar with shmup, it's like, side-scrolling ship shooter, like, R-Type and that kind of thing. Gradius. In 2020, M2 announced it was developing Shot Triggers versions of a certain developer's shmup titles. Tiger, Heli, and Sky Shark have already been released as part of new compilations, and more titles such as the coveted Tatsujin O are coming in the future. But who is the original developer behind all of these shoot-'em-up games?
I have one.
Dawn's got one. Dawn's got a guess.
Got a guess, but no way.
Nate, I guess, has a guess. Everyone's dejected. Does Anade have a guess?
I can't think of any developers.
Oh no. Yeah, this is why it's the last question. It's a toughie. Whoops. All right. 3, 2, 1. Show me whatever you got. Konami, ? Cave. All very good guesses. Well, all ? Maybe not. But so the answer to this question is, and I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this, is Toaplan. Toaplan, Toaplan.
Fair, I wouldn't be able to spell that even if I knew it, so I would have gotten it wrong.
Cave was a very good guess. Konami is a very good guess. There's a company right now called Tatsujin, which was formed by one of Toaplan's former composers. They own the rights to the Toaplan game library, and they were recently bought up by Embracer Group. It was a piece of recent news. M2 is releasing a bunch of their games. Toaplan also made Zero Wing, which is the source of a very old internet meme. All your base are belong to us.
Classic.
If you've seen it,
that game is awesome too. That game is sick.
It was recent, and that game was recently released in the West for the first time through Sega Genesis Switch Online. So if you have Switch Online, you can play it. Tatsujin means expert in Japanese. and its Western title is Truxton, which is just a cool name. The game and its sequel are super brutal, which is probably why they're named Tatsujin.
Truxton's really good too.
Truxton and Tatsujin on the Sega Genesis is awesome. It's a blast with an amazing soundtrack. It's going to be on the Genesis Mini 2. If you've ever watched classic game,
I was
Mark
literally just
loved
say
Truxton.
that.
Very fun
Our
stuff.
boy.
Some little fun fact about the new version of it that's coming out on the Genesis Mini 2. It has an option to fix the background music. The actual original Genesis release of Truxton plays the background music at the wrong speed, so you can actually toggle it now. There's lots of other fun details and stuff like that in the Mini as well, including an unreleased game by Sonic director, forget his first name, Iizuka, called Debbie and P. So you can check that out as well. So with that being said, and with time running out, I think we know who won. I will calculate the exact total. But I'd like to thank everybody for playing and for hanging out and for having a fun time with us. The final score for Dawn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Your winning score is 11
Yay.
out of 20.
That's like a 50, 55 on the test. That's not. That's
Yeah.
still failing.
This was a very tough trivia competition.
No, it was fun though.
So
good questions.
Next time it'll probably not be as difficult, but I appreciate all of you joining us and playing. And chat, thank you for playing with us as well. If you would like, and I'm going to do this, don't feel obligated to. If you cannot, again, please be within your means. But I'd love to start a donation train of $11 for lead. In honor of Dawn, our winner, and their high score. They got over half correct. That is technically still an F, but they passed.
D's get degrees, but that's not
real
a D.
quick because Nate has to go. Nate, where can people find you? Obviously, go Lead Co. But is there any personal Twitter or podcast?
You know what? I stay off the internet as best I can, but this year we actually started a podcast at Lead, so you can find us at the Linking Efforts podcast. That's why I have this now.
And, look at you. You're professional. And that podcast is with Andy, right?
Yeah. Andy and I started it out, but now it's me and Jen Martin, who is a counselor from Ireland.
Ooh, that's fun.
And we talk about
everyone who doesn't know,
all sorts of stuff prevention related. But yeah, mental health, all that.
For anyone who doesn't know, Andy Duran is the CEO of Lead, and he will be with us on a Monday. Trainer Nade, where can they find you?
Well, I technically have a Twitch Trainer Nade, but I haven't streamed in quite a while. If you're interested in like dog training and service dog stuff, you can always find my link tree is Doggy Stars, so DOGGYSTARS. Not gaming, but hopefully fun stuff.
Special thank you to you, by the way, for joining us today. I know you were feeling under the weather. Chat, please wish Trainer Anade that they might be feeling better soon.
Thank you.
Lastly, Dawn, where can they find you, even though we kind of talked about it?
Twitter is the best bet because Twitter kind of has my link to everything, and I try to keep myself updated on there, which is paper_Dawn. You'll probably notice cartoony drawing icon. But yeah, I have portfolio linked in there, and you can find everything through there. It's probably the easiest way.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, with that, I'm sure we took way too much time, so I'm going to give it over back to intermission. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you for the next run, which will be Shadow the Hedgehog, I believe.
What?
If not, I will correct myself because I have to host this next. So everyone get out. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.